both of us together in a single frame trying to be bad bitches. No, impossible.
Audio Jungle. Hey everyone, welcome back to Experts About Nothing.
It's giving back-to-back feature, but not for you guys, but us.
Yeah, we're in the swing of it. We had a fun coffee run this morning, walked literally like a mile and a half.
We
went to McDonald's, went to a
far.
coffee shop. We did this whole thing, and I am juiced up now.
Yeah, we're caffeinated and ready to roll.
And this is episode 2 that we're filming on a Saturday morning. So we're being productive queens. And Prachi was my paparazzi this morning because I was trying to get some footage for a reel. And literally, I hate that Precha doesn't want to be a bad bitch on Insta.
I can't because I'm not.
Well, this is the thing. It's an aura. We have to emulate. But then whenever I look at Priya, I immediately snap out of that aura.
That's your aura. I don't think we could have... Imagine both of us together in a single frame trying to be bad bitches. No, impossible. Like, actually, I know that would be the 10th wonder of the world. Like, we would be cracking up. We are clowns. We are clowns, and that's what we're getting to the people.
Whenever I looked at Priya's face, it would be like immediate ha 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 ha. Like,
imagine both of us on the streets trying to smolder for the camera.
And the way Prachi was narrating what I needed to do, I was like, Prachi, you think on my first run I could pull that?
Prachi's hand was frozen by the end of this, and she was about to trip into a trash can.
And the funniest thing was I would just start twirling, and then every time I did a twirl, Prachi would be like, oh, shoot, I missed the twirl, man. Oh, shoot, I missed the twirl, man. But it was a super fun morning.
It's been a morning.
So yeah, today we are talking about romanticizing life. For real. I feel like we've been seeing so much content on TikTok, on Insta, about how people are quote unquote romanticizing their life. Sometimes I completely relate. Sometimes I'm like, how is this romanticizing life?
Yeah.
I think what we should clarify is what we think romanticizing is, and then what we think it's not, and then also ways in which we romanticize our lives in seemingly like small ways, but that make a big impact in how we feel. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, very excited for this episode because I love consuming romanticizing life content on like TikTok and Instagram. So yeah, we'll chat through that, but before we get into it, follow us on Spotify and Apple. Also follow us on Instagram. We've been trying to be more active and also trying to share more content on our stories of things that we like. So let us know if you're into that because it's been kind of fun. Usually I just send all the things I like into my friends' DMs, but it's kind of fun to post them on my story or like the expert story.
Priya's been getting lots of good feedback on her stuff, lots of interactions.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see us clown more in our day-to-day, we are happy to do
Clown
that.
or smolder.
Attempt.
Watch Diksha smolders on our Instagram.
That is literally the most false advertising ever because I don't smolder. And I also can't.
She's just honestly cracking up.
But it's at Experts About Nothing. Hit us with a follow. We'd love to expand our community. So if you guys like the show so far, think about sharing it with a friend.
Amazing. All right, let's get into it. So I think the first thing we wanted to chat through was our definitions of what romanticizing life means.
Yes. So I think romanticizing life is the ways in which we make small day-to-day moments that much better and a less like painful thing to do. Whether that's chores, making lunch, taking a shower, those
hitting
types
the
of
gym.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, like making the things that you kind of have to do, which is like the realities of life feel more fun and luxurious. I also think it's shifting your mindset. A big part of it is like thinking about things from a different lens versus like, oh, I have this to-do list of 50 things I have to do to get done. And like you only feel satisfied when all those things are crossed off your list. But instead of that, it's like learning to enjoy the moments more.
When you're doing those
When
things.
you're doing them. And being more present. I think honestly, like thinking about romanticizing life helps me feel more present in the moment.
And the way I kind of like to think about it is not rushing through the moment. I think that is one of the big what romanticizing is not for me, because taking a shower, for example, and you're just like, I just need to get the shower done. And you just like step in, don't really think about it, step out. It makes it so much more of a chore and less of a self-care moment. Whereas if you treat it more of a self-care moment and time to truly unwind, put on a podcast, I do that all the time. I think when I started doing that, taking a shower just feels so much more relaxing to me now. Something that I have to do, but also something that I truly enjoy doing at the end of the day.
Yeah, agreed. So one thing that we also want to emphasize is like, for us, we're trying to find ways that romanticizing life doesn't always relate to like having to spend a ton of money on stuff. I know initially when I was looking at this romanticizing life section of Instagram, it was like, walk to get yourself a coffee every morning. Or it would be like, here, romanticizing my life while I'm traveling in Europe. And I'm like, that is romantic. Like, what are you romanticizing? That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it would be like people on like in Bali being like, I'm romanticizing my life. And I'm like, but you are in Bali.
You are literally having a romantic moment in your life.
In Bali.
Yeah, which I completely agree. I think this is one thing that sometimes people kind of conflate on these social media apps, is that romanticizing life has to be this extremely glamorous thing.
Yeah.
Me romanticizing my life does not mean me getting my nails done. It could be me literally doing my nails at home.
Yeah.
And taking my sweet time doing that. Mm-hmm. Or it could be me watching trash TV while I'm folding my clothes. That could be romanticizing life too. I genuinely think majority of ways that will actually make you feel good don't involve spending money and could be just as powerful.
And they're sustainable. Yeah. It's like things that you can actually do every day that helps you slow down and enjoy your day, even if it's not quote unquote like an amazing day. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of times we're always trying to live for the next moment. Like, oh, there's this party this weekend, there's this vacation in a month. And like romanticizing life is being like, no, every day can be a great day if you just take a little bit of extra time to do things you enjoy with the things that you have to do.
Yes, I love that definition, because there's always going to be things we have to do in a day, and it's only going to get more and more stressful as we grow up.
Yeah.
But something that I want to make sure we cut right now is the idea that, I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen multiple influencers and people that literally have just kind of amazing lives from the outside looking in, and then they do things where it's like, this is dope stuff. So this is not romanticizing anything.
Yeah.
You're just having amazing opportunities in your life, which is amazing. But I don't think that necessarily counts under the definition of romanticizing your life. It's like, that gives me a skewed view of what my life needs to look like. You cannot romanticize your life the same way that other people romanticize theirs. I think that's a key point that I realized, and like, you don't need to be just as satisfied, because I always think I need these glamorous plans. I need to go somewhere to like have a romanticized life.
Yeah.
You do not. You can have a romantic life at home.
Yeah, and also a big part of this for me is romanticizing your life doesn't have to be with a ton of people. It can be. Like, a romanticizing life moment is like you and your friend cooking dinner together.
Or going to the park.
Going to the park, whatever, going on a walk. But it could also be moments alone. I think it's like deconstructing what's traditionally romantic, which is the connotation is with a lover or something. But it's like romanticizing your life is like moments with yourself and what makes you feel good. You know, reclaiming the word.
Big, 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 big slay.
Okay, sorry. Also, I need to hide alerts on this message because it's just funny.
Unbelievable. And for context, this message that Priya wants to hide alerts from is literally all my friends, my boyfriend, and not me, okay? From the one weekend, I decided to go home to spend time with my parentals. They made this group message and are so active in this group message.
I'm not active in it unless someone else is. That's not the first place that I posted. But the people want what they want.
And they want not me. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm not saying it.
Anyways, play.
Okay. We want to talk through things we've done in the past that we didn't know were romanticizing life, but were like our ways of doing that.
So back in the day, I actually had no type of fun in college, because I was actually just studying all the time to just keep up with my course load. And come senior year, second semester specifically, I was like, what kind of life am I living? And then I had this like epiphany where I would just be like, I'm feeling kind of lacking in terms of my college memories, things that I truly wish I had done. puppies in the quad or petting zoos is the craziest stuff.
Yeah, we loved animals at UVA.
They would have some concerts, things like that.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I never took advantage of those things. And I think they could have truly helped out. In the moment, I thought, oh my God, this is cutting into my study time.
I'm wasting my time if I do that.
Yeah, but in reality, it could have been an amazing release of stress that maybe could have cleared my head to make me think better.
Yeah.
And one of my biggest regrets is not taking more advantage of those things, because I think it could have really helped me long term and just been a really great way to manage stress in a sustainable way.
Yeah.
My second semester in college, I started realizing I wanted to make use of the time I had left. And I started doing one fun thing a day. These were just some of my most favorite moments, whether that's going with my friends to get fast food in the middle of the night. I remember one time, so ridiculous. There was this whole festival going on in the center of our campus near the rotunda. We went to UVA. Literally, me and my friends put on firefighter gear. And it was hilarious. We have this one photo. It was me, Parth, Manu, and Prachi. And we put on the full firefighter gear. And it's one of the funniest photos we have from college, but it was just such an impromptu moment. I look at that, I'm so glad I did that. Another moment, I just went and got coffee in the morning, on a weekday. Crazy. I went and got a bagel in the morning on a weekday. Super fun. I think those things really truly made my days better, even if I was staying up into the wee hours of the night. Even studying with friends. One of my favorite parts of fourth year, I had this amazing study group with some of my best friends. Shout out to Shali, Momo, Parth. We all went through this class, but we would crack up for hours every night, and the epiphanies we would have, we acted like maniacs. And it was so fun to just do it together, even though we were struggling. And I think that class gave me the most fear and laughs I've ever had in my life. So, yeah.
No, love all of that. Okay, I can't really pinpoint anything that I did in college that was specifically romanticizing life, but something that has been a constant since I was a child is morning coffee in my household with my parents. And I literally think they were the trailblazers of romanticizing life, because they take nothing as serious as making their morning coffee. And it's just that little moment. My dad will make coffee for my mom and give each other.
Romantic.
It's so romantic. It's actually romantic. But then also, no matter what's going on that day, work, school, traveling, whatever we have to do, they will wake up the extra 30 minutes early to enjoy their cup of coffee. That is their complete me time. They're never drinking coffee on the go. They're never throwing it in a thermos and getting in the car. It's we are going to sit for 30 minutes, do our thing, and have our coffee every single morning. I feel that is the perfect example of romanticizing life.
Oh, I love
I feel that is truly one of their favorite moments of the day. It's just a little thing. And now I take coffee extremely seriously in the morning.
Oh, there's no one you want to mess with in the morning or deprive of for too long without their coffee.
I need to make it. I like to make it my specific way. Or grab a coffee that I really like in a specific way.
In the morning. Okay?
In the morning.
It's the first. It can't be at 11 a.m. No. It has to be first thing after she brushes her teeth.
It's an immediate, and it is also my favorite part of the day. And I want to be like my parents and wake up the additional 30 minutes early so I could just enjoy my coffee, but usually it is kind of on the go, or I'm doing something while I'm drinking it. But it's one of my favorite moments of the day, too.
And that first sip does hit different.
There's nothing like it.
Amazing.
Now we'll get into what we're currently actually doing on the day-to-day to romanticize our life. So I can start because it's still about coffee. Most of my romanticizing life is literally just about coffee. But you guys, recently, honestly, I think in the new year, I got this new cup from home. I stole it from my dad, TBH. And it is this insulated cup with the Visa logo on it. It keeps your beverages either cold or hot. And I cannot tell you how much joy this cup gives me. I literally rinse out and clean this cup every day so I can use it every day. Mm-hmm. There's just something about having your coffee at the right temperature for a long period of time.
Oh, it's so romantic.
It's so romantic. And it also is stylish. I feel kind of stylish.
Oh, pretty stunted with her Visa cup.
When I'm stunting with my cup. I'm wait, I look so cool alone in my room with this cup. It really just hypes me up every morning. And then I got another insulated cup from work. It was our Christmas gift. And I've never been more hyped for an office gift.
For her own personal company cup.
Like, miss me with any other corporate gear, just give me an insulated cup. That's all I want going forward.
You know, the insulated cups are fire. I have 2 of my own. I love them. Literally, sometimes when I don't have time to wash my coffee cup from the morning at the end of the day, so I'd go to work, come back, and I'd literally look in the cup. It's like 5 ice cubes still fully intact.
Yeah, it's amazing patented technology, I gotta say.
Love. One of mine. I know I just ranted about it, but taking a long shower is my favorite way to unwind. And I definitely think it's becoming part of my daily romanticizing routine, because that is truly the time when I feel like no one can bother me. Like, never take a shower without playing a podcast in there. I don't like listening to music as much because I feel like when I'm listening to a podcast, it slows me down. Whereas music, I'm like, oh my God, the song's ending. And I don't know, it stresses me out. Unless I have like a specific shower playlist.
Not the music anxiety.
Yeah, because I'm like, what if I love the song and I want to replay, and then a bad song comes on, I skip. And then it's like this whole thing. But something else. Fire products in the shower. This is my justification for some of the price tags on these products. I think when you use really nice products in the shower, it just makes you feel so good, so clean, so ready to start or end your day.
Yes.
I think just giving yourself the time to use a nicer product, something that you have to use anyway, like body wash or shampoo, it just makes everything feel more luxurious. And I genuinely feel like that is a personal romantic moment for me.
I would also say splurging on your shower products is honestly better than splurging on like makeup and stuff, because you use that every day. I feel like that's where people skimp the most, because they're like, oh, whatever, I'll just use Dove every day and like roll.
Head and shoulders.
Yeah, which is fine if that's what is doing it for you. But like, I think it's like separating the notion that you only splurge on things that other people see. Does that make sense?
I love that, yeah.
Yeah, and like splurging on something that's actually just for you is romanticizing life.
Oh, I love the way you describe that. It is definitely a more of a personal self-love. Another thing I literally low-key love is when a product is running low. I get really excited because I'm like, great, now I can take time to do some research to find another product that I've been meaning to try. Sometimes people are just like, oh man, I just need a refill of my existing product. But like getting a new product, because there's so many products nowadays and I want to try so many things. And I think the place where I can freely try things and not feel like it's going to make me break out or anything is in my body care, my shower care.
Yeah.
Like recently, I ran out of body wash. I got Native.
Oh my God. We are Native girlies in this house.
And it is so luxurious in there. I love it. And it's not even that much more expensive than a traditional drugstore product. I got a pack of 2 for $17 on Amazon.
Love that. Okay, so I feel like a recent romanticizing moment for me is doing my minimal makeup routine. Usually when I'm beating my face, it kind of is always like a rushed process because I'm like, oh, I have 10 minutes, I have to beat my face. I've been trying to give myself slightly more time to like do my makeup routine, and I'll play music, and I either do it near my window, or if it's at night, I'll do it on my desk, and just like sitting and doing your makeup for a little while. And I finally feel like I'm at a point where I have like a complexion routine that really works for me. It's been really fun, and I'm trying to like slow down when I do my makeup and try out new techniques that I've been learning on Instagram and stuff, and it just feels great. The days that I go to work, if I do like a little tiny makeup routine before I go, it actually changes my aura in the morning. I'm like, whoa, I feel so good. So yeah.
Love that. And another one of mine, speaking of working from home, is spraying perfume when you have nowhere to be. I think that is just so fun. Also another moment of self-care, just because when you feel like you smell bomb, I think the aura that you give off is also kind of bomb. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
When I like spray some perfume on in the morning after I go to the gym and like come back and shower, I feel ready for the day, even if no one's about to be near me and actually smell me.
Yeah. I've been testing out my perfumes recently. I have this one Dior perfume that I got as a Christmas gift.
J'adore Dior.
J'adore Dior. And love it. Smells great, but I never really pay attention to fragrance. It's just not one of the things I've like prioritized learning about and spending money on. But recently I was like, wait, maybe I need to like figure out what fragrances I like. So I got this fun little set from Joe Malone, like the trial set. It was on sale at Sephora during Christmas. That's been like a fun addition to my routine because I'm like, I get to test out different things.
Yeah, and you can figure out what scent you gravitate towards the most. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And on the note of that, my favorite perfume these days is Juliet Has a Gun. I was kind of shook. I was like, what is this brand? My boyfriend's sister gave me a sample of it, and when I say it
smells
so
incredible.
good.
Yeah.
I feel like I am a boss-ass bitch walking the streets of New York every time I put that on, even if I'm sitting at home. And I feel like it's truly a smell that everyone loves.
Okay, great. So another romanticizing life moment is when it is not frigid, which it is right now in New York. Honestly, even when it's above like 35 degrees, that's when I categorize not frigid. I will walk home from work. And it is a long walk. It's honestly like a 40-minute walk. But and you know what? The days that I know that I'm going to do that, I wear my hokas with my outfit regardless of my outfit. So sometimes I do be looking like, a corporate dad on the run. But that's fine. I'm like, I'm going to be prepared. Not even the most calming route home. I have to pass through Canal Street, which is literally ridiculous. But there's something about getting to go on a long walk where you don't have anywhere to be after that feels really relaxing to me.
End of the day walks, sunset runs, all hit so different.
Yeah, it truly just feels like self-care because, I don't know, like walking to work stresses me out because I'm like, I gotta get to work, so I'm just like
and you're
rolling.
thinking about all the things you have to do at work.
Yeah, but when you're at the end of the day, you finish everything, you're just getting to walk home, and like the only thing you have to do when you get home is like make dinner or something, it just feels really nice. And then I either like talk to someone on the phone or I'll listen to a podcast, or sometimes I've been recently trying to walk in silence for part of the time because it's supposed to help you be really present. And sometimes it's kind of beat in New York because you see horrible things. But I try to do that too sometimes.
Yeah, and something that we've been doing together that I don't think is on this list, but we've been doing like spontaneous random morning walks, and they are hitting so good. I feel like we've talked about this in the last few episodes, but especially like doing them together because nowadays I'm going to work more often, and Priya gave me this whole spiel about how she doesn't want me to go to work only because...
But okay, I reflected on it and I won't roast you anymore.
The thing is, she's not even roasting me. I found it a great honor that you wanted me to stay at home for my aura.
Like, why don't you just vibe in your room and I'll vibe in my room in the same place?
This way, let me explain why this makes no sense. Priya went off on me yesterday or the day before, both days, I'm pretty sure, because she was like, can you just not go to work one day, please? Why? It's not like we're even hanging out all day. I don't see you actually from 9 a.m. when she has her first meeting to 6 p.m. after her last meeting. It's not like we even overlap with lunch.
I know.
We don't do anything together in the middle of the day.
We do nothing together.
So I'm like, we are texting anyway. So like, why don't I just do that from the office where I'm more productive?
Know. But it just
makes
hits
no sense.
different when like someone, like when
someone's around.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're just like in your room.
I know, and I feel like that's like such a parent thing because I think that's why our parents like when we're at home and just working from like their house.
I know.
Anyway, I don't know how we got here.
Yeah, but that's why the morning walks have been hitting
Oh,
different.
yes.
Another thing, well, we've been doing this kind of together, kind of apart, is keeping our spaces clean. If you can learn how to romanticize this part of your life, you have hacked life because cleaning is a burden. It's not always the cutest thing. But Diksha had an amazing hack of just doing like 10 minutes a day of cleaning, whether that's in your room, cleaning part of the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen. We also have a chore list. So like each of us get a different part of our like common spaces that we have to clean every week. And trying to make it as enjoyable as possible is key. Mm-hmm. And whether that's like putting in your AirPods, listening to something while you're cleaning. I've been lighting a candle. Ooh, another romantic moment is I got that fun little electric lighter thing from Amazon.
I love that, and it's so fun.
I just be lighting candles to use it. It's just so fun to use.
We will link it in the show notes. Got mine like in 2019 and it's still chugging, and it uses the same charger as like it's like a USB-C.
Yeah.
But it's just so easy and fun. It lasts forever and you don't have to worry about burning yourself.
Exactly. I absolutely love that. But yeah, doing something to make that process easier. Even sometimes when we're cleaning the kitchen, someone's taking out the trash, we're all doing our respective tasks at the same time. So we're kind of gabbing while we do it. And that's fun. So
yeah. And then let's see what else. Something that we all love to do is grocery shopping in peace. Not like when you're starving and need to make dinner. Not when you have 35 things to do that day. The only thing you have to do, you're a little organized when you do it. That feels so good. It's just so fun to like experiment in the grocery store and like find some new things that you want to try, experiment with a new recipe. So doing that has been a great time.
I know. I think the times that we like choose a recipe we want to make ahead of time as like an apartment meal, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna roll and get some like fun ingredients that we might not have in our staple rotation. We've been experimenting using fresh herbs and like fresh garlic in our food rather than powders and
or prepackaged
stuff.
Yeah.
It hits so different. The extra effort is worth it. It like actually elevates your meal.
So it's like a really cheap way.
It's kind of more cost effective than the packaged stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the packaged garlic is like $6.
Garlic lasts forever.
Yeah.
So yes, completely agree. Just adding a little fresh moment in your food is hype. I'm gonna let you talk about this.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, okay. I literally have like a TV rant every like third episode, but you know I love watching TV alone in my room. But something about watching TV at the end of the night, post-face routine, feeling all clean and put together, and then I just like watch an episode of a show in bed, and it feels amazing.
Oh, and I love that for you.
Diksha added chugging cold water while you're doing it.
Okay, I don't even chug cold water. I only drink room temp water. But
chugging water.
When you're chugging water after you do your facial routine, you snuggle up in bed, you're on your laptop time. Love that. I feel like so put together. Also just like making time for your night routine, like taking time to build a routine and then also doing it makes you feel so good. Jumping into a clean bed. All of those things I think make you feel good. And I honestly feel like romanticizing in a way is also being your best self. It's not this huge endeavor that you have to do. It's just like small things that make you feel great about your life and your space.
Yeah. In a way, it kind of helps you prioritize and stick to your habits because it makes it more fun. Like if you think about it as I'm romanticizing my life, I'm gonna get to watch TV at the end of the night. Let me just like do my face routine, brush my teeth, clean the kitchen, and then I'm like ready to roll, you know? And then you kind of do the things you want to do to operate at your best through the lens of like romanticizing your life, and you're like able to stick to these habits. Another thing that I've recently been put on is changing your sheets or getting really nice sheets. Getting nice sheets is whatever, but changing your sheets every week, I don't know. Mentally, it just hits different.
Also, silk pillowcases. You just feel so luxurious, and I genuinely feel like when I sleep on my silk pillowcase, my sleep generally is better because I fall asleep so much faster. I'm not tossing and turning trying to find a good position. I just like play my rain sounds and then basically fall asleep really fast. Whether I stay falling asleep really fast with my beautiful dreams these days, God knows. But
we got a nightmare queen.
It's like built so interesting. Wow. Yeah,
okay.
So I think those were kind of our most fun little ways of romanticizing life. And obviously everyone has their own ways as well. We'd love to hear what you guys do to romanticize your life. Give us ideas.
Yeah, and I think romanticizing your life can also just really be a mindset shift. Like it doesn't have to be all these little things. The more in tune you are with yourself, I feel like the more romantic your life will become.
Definitely.
And so it helps shift the narratives on things. Like, for example, usually weekends have the connotation of like, I need to have a ton of plans. I need to go out. I need to grab dinner.
See a bunch of people.
See all these people. I think spending a Saturday alone, spending time with yourself, watching TV, making yourself a nice meal is really romantic. And so like really understanding that those are beautiful moments in your life too, just as beautiful as spending a night out with your friends is so key, and it'll make you feel less FOMO and less guilty about
100%.
You know, missing out on all these things.
And I feel like the more I am comfortable and happy with my life, the less FOMO I generally have to begin with, wherever I am. Like, I remember I went home a few weekends ago, and I was just having a great time at home. I found it super relaxing, and like, did my friends have a great time here? Yeah, but I didn't feel like I was missing out on some once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm, like, super satisfied with, like, where I am
Yeah.
At the time. Am I always? No. But once you start shifting your mindset into this, every day can be a good day kind of mindset, and like doing small things that you know you need to have a better day, inevitably your holistic view on your life gets more positive. Maybe it's also the lucky girl syndrome.
And we're going to have... That's a preview for a future episode because...
Yes, we're going to start clocking down all the fun
lucky girls.
things that we've been seeing and noticing since we've like started saying this delusional mantra. It is powerful.
It is. All right. Okay, I have one that is fully the opposite of what we just talked about for the past hour. Your favorite romantic comedy movie.
LOL. Okay.
I have a lot, honestly. There was a phase in high school where I literally binged every romantic comedy. One of my tops is 27 Dresses. Love that one. I made you watch it.
I did watch that one. I love that. Watch it
So
twice.
good.
So good.
So good. I also really, this is a Christmas one, but Love Actually, I count that as
Love
romantic
Actually
comedy.
No, I love Love Actually.
Yeah.
That's the one with like multiple narratives, right?
Yes. Okay, and the last one, which I don't know if this qualifies as a
How do you
romantic
have
comedy.
3? Okay.
Is When Harry Met Sally. I think it's still kind of romantic comedy
I've never
vibes.
watched that.
I have to force you to watch it. It is like one of my favorite movies.
Okay, I love Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh, that's a good one.
I also like To All the Boys
That
Ever Loved.
it
Okay.
slapped.
Literally, when you need a high school romantic movie, those are it. Number 3 specifically has me wrapped around its finger.
Yeah. Number 1 for me was like World Shattered.
Number 3, I think, just made me feel a type of way because it kind of brought you back to that high school, applying to college, like that entire thing. And it's so real. Like, we see that narrative kind of play out so much in real life. Really, like, seemingly solid high school couples that then have to navigate their relationship as they're going to college.
Yeah.
Have to decide, are they breaking up? Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? And it's like, and it's just so cute and romantic how it does work out for them. And I'm sad. I'm sad that there's not another one. I really want there to be another one.
Number 2 was kind of whack, but
No, I didn't love number 2.
day.
Yeah, it's 1 and 3 for me.
All right. Well, it's been a fun chat. Gotta stay silent for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Big love.
Peace and blessings. Love you all and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.